Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to the channel, and I'm here for a video about the band Dream Theater. Now, Dream Theater is probably my favorite progressive metal band. If they're not my number one, then they're easily in the top three. Now, this is a video on how to get into Dream Theater. Basically, just my advice. Now, I've been a fan of Dream Theater for quite a few years now, ever since 2018. Which is, I know, very late to the game, and I know that there's some people that may be watching this that are late to the game as well, and there's some people that, well, unfortunately are not a fan yet. So that's what this video is for, to give you advice if you're looking to get into Dream Theater, where you should start and all that. So let's first go ahead and talk about the songs that you should start out with. So that'll be category 1. It's going to be the same as the other how to get into videos that I have done. Basically, what songs you should check out first, what albums you should check out first, the albums that you should check out after, and of course, who would I recommend Dream Theater to. So let's go ahead and get started with the songs. Now, the songs that I would recommend you starting out with would of course be Pull Me Under. I mean, that's one of their biggest songs, arguably their biggest song, and yeah, it's a great track. I would also recommend other songs from that same album, like Take the Time, Another Day, and even Learning to Live. You could also start out with songs like Lie. What else? Maybe The Spirit Carries On if you're looking for something more ballad-like. Maybe The Enemy Inside, which is a more modern song for them. Paralyzed, another more modern track from the band. Maybe The Root of All Evil. I don't know. Those are just a handful of songs that I would say are worth starting out with if you're just wanting to check out songs for now from Dream Theater. So let's go ahead and get into the albums that you should check out first from the band. This will be category 2. So the albums that I would recommend you start out with first would be these two here: Images and Words, and Awake. Now, Awake was actually my first Dream Theater album, and yeah, it's definitely a very good start. I remember I first checked out this album a few years ago, whenever I started getting into Dream Theater, of course. It was recommended to me, and the rest was pretty much history after checking out this album. I remember, even since my first listen of Awake, I've pretty much always liked the album. Now, I was never, crazy about it, but I did like what I heard. And you have to understand that, whenever I first checked out Dream Theater, well, actually the second time I checked out Dream Theater, because, well, back in 2016, I've actually gave them a chance and didn't really like them. And then a couple years later, I checked them out again, ended up having a more open mind, and actually ended up really liking the band. But I was never what you call like a massive fan whenever I first checked them out, and you have to understand that, at this time, I was still very high on genres like Melodeath, of course, so that's why I was like, yeah, it's good, but, it's nothing that's mind-blowing, of course. Of course, now I have a different perception of, of course, metal nowadays, because nowadays I do prefer prog over Melodeath any day. But yeah, Awake definitely would be a good start if you're wanting to check out Dream Theater, of course. But yeah, definitely a solid album. It was also, of course, my first. Images and Words is also a very good start, since this has some of their best tracks and some of their biggest hits, of course. And, a lot of their popular songs are on here, of course, again, like Pull Me Under. Definitely would not be a bad start either. So these two albums, Images and Words and Awake, would be the albums that I would recommend starting out with if you're wanting to check out a full album from Dream Theater. Now, category 3, what albums you should check out next after those ones? Well, it would be these three here: Metropolis Part 2, Scenes from a Memory, Train of Thought, and Octavarium. So these would be the albums that I would recommend checking out next. So there you have it. And of course, after you check out those, you can just go from there. Check out whatever album you want, basically. I mean, obviously you can do that anyway, but again, this is just a video for advice. Now, category 4, who would I recommend Dream Theater to? I would recommend Dream Theater if you're a fan of progressive metal, for sure. I mean, Dream Theater, they're basically an essential for any prog metal fan, for sure. I mean, if you're a fan of bands like Queensryche or Fate's Warning, or even Tool, definitely check out Dream Theater for sure. Even if you're into progressive rock like Rush or Genesis, I'd say give these guys a chance for sure. Yeah, definitely a great band. So that's my video, how to get into Dream Theater. I mean, if you're also looking for just a metal band with just really talented musicianship and just a lot of complexity, then yeah, Dream Theater is the band to check out. So there you have it. That's my video on how to get into Dream Theater. So let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think I've missed anything? Is there an album that wasn't on this video that you actually started out with? So feel free to let me know in the comments. So with that being said, let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Take care.